week 2 of Countdown to Christmas with me, Miss Christmas. If you're new here, thanks so much for joining, and don't worry, it's not too late to get involved and have your most organised Christmas yet. I'll put a link to week 1 in the description, and if anybody watched last week and you want a quick recap, that's there for you as well. Before we start, don't forget to get your planners out, your notebooks, your notes in your phone, get yourself a cuppa. I'm going to pause for that now. Right, let's crack on with week 2. So first of all, I wanted to say a massive thank you from last week. Got some really nice messages, people getting involved, showing me the planners that they've got. It's been great, okay? So do keep doing that, do get involved. If you're spotting any bargains around, let me know so you can share it with everybody. So if you have followed along so far, you should have got your advent calendars last week, your chocolate tubs, you should have started looking at your travel arrangements, booking in Santa visits, pantomime visits and things like that. If you haven't, go and have a look at that checklist, that is in the link as well, or go and have a recap from last week's video. Right, so let's get started on week 2 of Countdown to Christmas 2024. So remember, although it is too early for Christmas, we haven't even had Halloween yet, it's never too early to get organised and get prepared. And that's the whole point of my Countdown to Christmas series. We're not going to start celebrating Christmas in September or October or even November, although I do start wearing Christmas jumpers on the 1st of November. We are going to get organised in preparation for Christmas. That means when it gets to December, we can have a really chilled Christmas run-up. We can enjoy all the festivities without having to run around the shops, trying to get everything last minute and just getting caught up in the Christmas frenzy, okay? So, no plans at the ready, let's get started on week 2. So, this week, if you have any leftover wrapping paper from last year, go and have a look at it. Is it good enough to keep using? Have you got a full roll left? What I generally like to do is have a roll of paper for each person. It really does help when labels and things fall off if you know that somebody's got a certain colour or a certain pattern or a certain character. So I like to go through, and each year I'll see where I'm at. Do I have enough rolls of one that'll make do for this year, or do I need to think about getting some new stuff? Don't just throw it out though, okay? There's loads of uses for it. If you've got children who are particularly interested in crafting, it's great for crafting, for making cards and things like that. Ask around your friends, because you might have friends that make cards, and often Christmas wrapping paper is the ideal thing for them to use. Think about asking at your local charity stores, your thrift stores, because they'll often take wrapping paper, especially if there's enough on the roll. Obviously, if there's tiny little strip left, then there's not going to be much point in donating it for using it for wrapping paper. But just think about, could it be used for crafting or anything like that? So like I say, I like to go through and I like to have one roll for each person, so one type of paper. It just keeps me on track. It means when I've bought a Christmas present, I know that I can go and grab the roll of paper that goes to that person. And as usual, I make a note and I put it in my planner so I know who's got what, so don't get confused. My planner's starting to look a little bit messy. The past week I have been collecting recipes and things together. I've pulled up my list from last year that I had, and also my evaluation list, because I do a little bit of evaluation after Christmas, what worked, what didn't work, what everybody ate, what we need to buy more of, what we didn't eat and things like that. So this week is really quite a sort of Christmas admin heavy week for me, in that I'm just going back through everything and putting everything together how I want it in my notebook for this year. This was bought for me from Amazon. This is not a link like a sponsored link or anything like that, but I'll put the link in the description, so if you can go and have a look, and then it'll show you other ones. So it depends what sort of thing you're after. This has everything for me, because I can even plan out the meals for over Christmas, my shopping list, my gift list, things like that. This one works for me, so I will put a link to it, but there's obviously a lot of them out there. You might want to just use a notebook, but whatever you do, make sure you're keeping a note of everything. So at the minute I know like how many people I've got to buy for, and then how much paper that I need for each of them. So this week I'm going to go through and see if I've got any rolls from last year that I can use, what needs to be donated, what can Freddie use for crafting, you know, and things like that. So just have a really good look through. Secondly, this week, if you send Christmas cards, they are in the shops, buy them now, get them written out now, get the addresses put on them, get the stamps ready, you know, and just get them organised, get them in a little box, ready to go. Obviously, if you put that box away, make a note of where you put it, so that when you do come to send them, you know where that box is. It can be a tedious task. I don't send Christmas cards anymore, but when I did, I used to actually write them out in January and put them away ready for next Christmas, because in January, the cold winter nights, there's often not a lot to watch on TV, so I spent a couple of nights just writing out some cards and that was it done. The only cards I send out now is to like my mum, Jason's mum, his nana, you know, the kids, but I don't send a lot of Christmas cards anymore, but like I say, it's one of those jobs that you can just get done and get out the way now, and then you can tick it off your list. But don't forget, wherever you put the cards, make a note of where you put them. Moving on from that, Christmas is obviously a busy time of year because everybody wants to get together and see everyone, and you need to start planning about when you're going to see who. Are you going to go out for brunches? Are you going to go out for a Christmas fair meal in the run up to Christmas? Are you going to have Christmas dinner out? We are eating out again for Christmas Day. I love it. I wouldn't change it anymore. So if you are thinking about that, you know, everywhere who's doing Christmas lunches will have their books open now, so that you can go and put your deposits down and get booked in. So if you are thinking about booking a Christmas lunch, get that done now. You'll generally only have to pay a deposit. I wouldn't think most places would want to take the full amount up front. So you can get that planned in. And again, that's something that you can budget for, okay? We love eating out for Christmas dinner. I don't mind cooking a Christmas lunch, but it's the aftermath. It's the dishes afterwards, and we've got a dishwasher, and I still have to say, oh no. So a few years ago, Jason suggested I went out for Christmas dinner, and we've never looked back. It's not for everybody, you know, obviously you have to get changed out your PJs. It's not acceptable to go for your Christmas dinner in your PJs. Believe me, I tried. But get yourself a nice Christmas jumper, get yourself a nice outfit planned, you know, and if cooking the dinner or washing up afterwards isn't for you, then think about Christmas lunch out. It's a really nice way, and to be honest, since we started doing it, I quite like it because it does break up the day. We get up, we open our presents, we have some Bucks Fizz, and normally some sort of pastry for breakfast, and then once we've done that, we'll get ready and go out and just break the day up, and then when we come back, it's just nice. I like it. So if you're going to be thinking about Christmas get-togethers, think about that now. Are you going to be going for Christmas meals, like maybe with friends before Christmas? Are you wanting to do something between Christmas and New Year? Because don't forget, that's quite a dead time, you know, and you might find that you actually could organise something with your friends that you might not get to see before Christmas. So if you've got anything that you want to do you want to organise a Christmas night? Do you want to organise like a Secret Santa night and things like that? Have a think, what do you want to do? Speak to your friends, speak to your family, and get all that booked in, sorted out now, get your dates in your diary, and everybody knows what they're doing. Okay, leading on from that is these Christmas jumpers. We can't see properly, there we go. Christmas jumper. They are in the shops, I've seen them. I have sent some of my Christmas jumpers to charity this year. I've had them a while. There's nothing the matter with them, but I just fancy some fresh ones, so I'm going to be looking forward to having a look around and seeing what I fancy. I think I've got rid of about 7 or 8, so I'll be looking to replace them. As I mentioned earlier, I wear Christmas jumpers from the 1st of November, so I do need quite a few. So I'll be getting those sorted, having a look around, seeing what I fancy. I tend to get them in like lots of different colours as well. You know, so I've got grey ones like this one, I've got red, I've got Disney ones. I've got a turquoise one, I've got a peachy coloured one. I did have a white and blue one, but that's got the charity shop. So, you know, just think about what you want. They're all in the shops now, and you can have a look around. Maybe if you've got a Christmas jumper day coming up, get that jumper sorted now, then you've already got it. So these are just ways that you can start to get organised easily, rather than have to, oh my goodness me, I'm rushing around, you know, I've got a Christmas jumper night at work next week and I'm not ready. You know, just go and get it now. You know, if you're looking to save some money, Primark, they've got loads in, you know, they're all over the place. Have a look. Amazon, you might get some good deals. So just have a look. Right, moving on, I just want to quickly mention something that isn't in the checklist, but it is something that I've seen around. On the 8th and 9th of October, there is Prime Day on Amazon. So I did just want to touch on that lightly. So you won't find it on the checklist, but it is something that I've seen happening. So on Prime Day, generally they'll have some really good deals on Amazon. So what I would say is, if you haven't already and you're starting to think about some larger items and things for Christmas, or indeed, you know, you've started to write a list, go and start doing your comparisons now on your prices. Because as always, it's not always a bargain, because sometimes these things can be inflated beforehand. We've seen this happen on Black Friday before. We'll be talking a little bit about Black Friday in the next couple of weeks. But just go and do your research now on your prices, you know, and again, it's only a bargain if you actually want it. So don't go out and start buying stuff because you see it and it's a bargain. You know, who's it going to be for? Have a think about it. Do your research. Get some different tabs open on your laptop. Get Amazon up, and then go and have a look on other stores, or just Google it and check the prices, just to make sure that you are actually getting a good deal. Because yes, it does seem like a good deal, but sometimes you can find that these things are cheaper. So I just want to quickly touch on that today. But that is on the 8th and 9th of October. So do let me know if you do get any bargains from there. Okay, I'm really excited. I'm going to be having a look myself, but I've made a list, so I'm not going to start overspending by buying things that I'm just getting because it's a bargain, because it's only a bargain if you really needed it in the first place. Okay, right, finally for this week, and this is one of my favourite ones, Christmas fragrance for your home. So we're talking candles, we're talking wax melts, we're talking air fresheners, we're talking plugins, right? All of those. Start stocking up now. You know, get yourself into the shops, they're all coming out. The mulled wine, the spiced apple, you know, things like that. Oh, fireside cozy and all this, and I absolutely love them. So what I'll be doing now is I'll be stocking up, because from November, that's the ones I'll be using, and I just love them. There is particular favourites of mine are the gingerbread candle from Home Bargains, which is, I can't remember the brand. I'll see if I can put a link into it, or if I can't, you can drop us a message and I'll see if I can share with you. And they also do a really nice like mulled wine one as well, which I like in the lounge. So I have mulled wine in the lounge, and then I have the gingerbread one in the kitchen. So it smells like I'm cooking gingerbread biscuits all the time. It's so nice. So I've got different plugins that I want to get. Hopefully there'll be some new ones this year, because I've had the same ones for the past few years. So I'd like to see if we can get some different ones. Right, that is everything for this week. So let's recap. So pull out your wrapping paper, go through it, work out what you need for everybody. Do you need to get rid of any? Christmas cards, get them bought and written out now. Christmas get-togethers, get them booked in, have a word with the family and your friends and see where you're going to go and when. Get your Christmas jumper sorted and start stocking up on your candles, your wax melts, your air fresheners and your plugins. There you go, that's everything for this week. Don't forget to have a look at Prime Day as well on the 8th and 9th to see if you can get any bargains there. But as always, remember, it's only a bargain if you needed it in the first place. Okay, thank you so much for joining me for week 2. I'll tag week 1 in the description so you can go back and have a look. The link to the checklist is there too, and the planner that I'm currently using. But thank you so much for joining me today. Stay festive, and I'll see you for week 3. Bye for now.